Hi everybody, I'm back with another mental health topic vlog for today. I'm going to be talking about 5 different coping skills that I have used for my self-harm urges. Even though I still have those kind of feelings and thoughts, I try to distract myself by doing something for me that's healthy. But before I start this video, if you guys are sensitive by the title or anything that I'm going to be talking about, please click off the video and talk to a friend, family member, and then if you are ready, you can come back to the video. Don't worry, I won't be offended. I just want to put that in the beginning of the video before we start on with the topic of 5 different coping skills that I have used in the past to current that have helped me with my self-harm. The reason why I started self-harm is because I really hated myself. I was low self-esteem and I didn't like who I was. I was uncomfortable. And then after that, my self-harm got progressively worse during the years after I graduated from high school. And from where I was then and now that I can actually talk about it with you guys, what has been helping me during my time of recovery. So 5 different ways of coping with self-harm urges. Okay, so the first one I'm going to be talking about is treating yourself with love and kindness. I know during that moment, it is hard to even think of anything positive about yourself to try to divert away the self-harm urges. For me, for self-love, in the beginning of that, I let others love me for who I am before I could love myself again, and that seemed to really help me. Another thing is with self-love, I try to do my daily affirmations. Even on Facebook, I post a lot of positive quotes, and that seems to help me. Also, it helps other people who are not feeling well about themselves, and I like to make others feel good about themselves. That helps me for self-love. When I am helping others and I'm giving back, and for me, my recovery to keep going strong, and that's what I mean by self-love. And I know it's hard, like I said, but try doing little things for yourself. You don't have to make them huge, but for me, start with small things and then work up towards what you want for a big goal in life to make yourself feel good about yourself. And this is one of the things, is making videos to you guys about my recovery, my journey, my alcoholism, and my mental health issues. So self-love is very important when it's with mental illness, a day at a time, and that is number 1, is self-love. Number 2, reaching out for help. This was one of my biggest struggles, was asking for help if I felt the urge either to drink or self-harm or do something destructive towards my body. For me, that was the hardest thing, was to find help. There's many forms of different kind of help. You can talk to a friend, family member, watch some positive videos on self-help. You can also talk to a therapist. That seems to have been helping me over the years. It took me a long time from where I was then till now. Asking for help is probably one of the biggest things for me. Even just talking about it is kind of even harder for me to talk about, because I have trouble asking for help if I feel like, taking a drink, self-harm, doing drugs, and trying to get out of that moment. And so there's other forms of help out there. You could call hotlines, family, anybody that you feel safe to talk to, and asking for help instead of acting on it has helped me during the past, even though it has been extremely hard for me to ask for help. And so number 2 is asking for help. Number 3 is finding things you enjoy to be able to distract yourself, being, good to yourself, like I was talking about for number 1. So for me, I always like to color, I like to knit. Finding a new project that you like to do or are interested in. For me, it was knitting for the longest time, and it helped my anxiety, and the feel of the yarn was a huge distraction for me. Another thing is, you could do a video, like I'm doing a video for you guys. It has helped me being able to talk about what has been going on in my life, and hopefully you can share in the comment section about what helps you to distract yourself when it comes to your self-harm urges. So, like coloring, doing something on the computer, maybe watching a funny video, and promising yourself maybe like 5 seconds, because I know the 5-minute thing is really, really hard for people who are just starting to quit. So I did like 5 seconds at a time. And then once I reached that goal, I would go up to maybe a minute and then 2 minutes and then so on and so forth. So when that finally was progressing on trying to stop what I was doing, it really actually helped me. Just taking that 5 seconds, finding something to do that you enjoy, like coloring, making jewelry beads, doing makeup, you know, doing something nice for yourself. And that is what has helped me in the past when it comes to creating and doing something I enjoy, is finding little things that make me happy. And hopefully you can find things that can make you happy also. Number 4 is listening to music. For me, music was a huge thing when I felt like I wanted to self-harm, because it blocks things out that are making me anxious. So, such as if you're in a grocery store, you can put your headphones on, or on the bus, if you don't have a car or anything, you put your headphones on, and it really helps me stay focused and being less anxious around people. And it is one of my favorite distractions is to listen to music, because I can find new artists. If you have a Spotify, you have YouTube Red Music, any of those, or even if you just have an iPod, you just put on your favorite music and it just distracts me from everything else that has been bothering me for those few seconds. Number 5 is drawing. I used to draw a lot in the beginning of my recovery. I would draw a lot of cartoon characters. I was really big into anime, and I still am to this day. And it was a great distraction for me. It got me out of my own head, and I would watch happy shows. I didn't want to watch the sadder shows because that could be kind of a trigger for me. And so I would pick a character and I'd just start drawing, or whatever came to my head. I still color. Drawing was another thing, and also writing, just being creative and taking that 5 seconds. You don't have to do the 5 minutes, but you can do 5 seconds and work up to the 5 minutes. And when I felt like that, I would color, and I would do something like an art and craft project that was a distraction. When I made that goal of mine for the 5 seconds, then I would do it all over again. And that is what's been helping me even till this day for my recovery, because I still struggle with that self-hate and that depression. And so instead of doing the things I used to do, even though I still struggle with it, I would find better ways of coping, and drawing and listening to music, and I would write is another one. And also I would just, I would draw little anime figures, and I would listen to music and all that fun stuff. Finding like a hobby that you like to do, and just being, creative. So that has what's been helping me. So that's what's been helping me during my recovery. What are some of your coping skills that have helped you in the past or to the present? Leave a comment down below and let me know. And from my ways of coping, there's probably thousands of ways. There's apps available. And that is going to be it for the video today. So finding those apps, if you are curious about them, they'll be in the description bar below. And thank you guys so much for joining my video. I'm not at home right now. I'm actually waiting for a friend at the moment, and I keep getting distracted by her cat. Keep thinking somebody's at the door. So, alrighty. So let me know in the comments, what are some of your coping skills for your self-harm urges or any kind of destructive behavior, but in a healthier way that helps you as well as it helped me. So that is it for the video, and thank you guys so much for joining, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.